Good morning, family. Your favorite uncle here. Today, we're going to talk about something that's basically your democracy superpowers, your civil liberties. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh boy, another fantastically boring lecture on the Constitution. But today, what we're going to talk about is a little bit different. We're going to talk about what are your real world superpowers? How do you exercise your civil liberties, and what are they? At least what some of them are that you really need to be concerned about right now. Now, let me share something. In 2019, in Manchester, Connecticut, a citizen named Michael Friend was arrested for standing on a sidewalk holding a sign warning drivers about a police checkpoint ahead. The police claimed he was interfering with their operation, but the ACLU took his case. And not only did they win, but the town had to pay $50,000 in damages because they had violated Michael's First Amendment rights. This wasn't just a win for him, it reinforced everyone's rights to observe and document police activity from a safe distance. Now, let's talk about real situations where people like you successfully stood up for their rights. First, the first right, and one of the most important, is recording in public places. Look, this one is huge today. We all have cell phones, we all have the ability to record pretty much anywhere. Now, here's the basic rule: if you're in a public place, you can record. It's that simple. The police, yes, you can record them. Public officials, yep. A protest, definitely. Now, there are some common sense limits. You can't block traffic, you can't interfere with a police action, but that camera that's in your pocket and in my pocket and everybody's pocket, that's your First Amendment best friend. Now, a quick pro tip: you always want to announce that you're recording. And why? It's because it's both courteous and it creates a record. I'm exercising my First Amendment right to record in public. Those are magic words, everybody. Second, you have a right to assemble. Now, this is a big one right now. This is one that can move mountains. And you absolutely have the right to gather in public places for peaceful protest or demonstration. But here's the part they don't tell you: you might need a permit for large groups. And that's okay. Get a permit. It actually protects you. Now, take what happened in Valdosta, Georgia in 2020. Residents showed up at a city council meeting to protest the death of a local teenager. When the council tried to limit public comments, citing COVID restrictions, citizens pushed back, citing Georgia's Open Meetings Act. They not only got their time to speak, but the council had to schedule additional meetings to hear everyone. That's the power of knowing your rights. Here's an even more recent example. In 2023, in Killingly, Connecticut, parents filed a complaint with the State Board of Education about their local school board's failure to address a mental health crisis. When the board tried to dismiss their concerns, the parents cited specific provisions of Connecticut education law. The state stepped in and ordered an investigation, the first time they'd done so in 25 years. That case is still making waves across the country. Now, let me give you some practical do's and don'ts. Do always carry something to record with: your phone, even a notepad, whatever it takes. You want to record what's going on. You need to know the local meeting rules before you go. Do you need a permit? What size of crowd is permitted? What other restrictions are going on? You need to get everything in writing. Stay calm and professional. Don't let them get you riled up. They want that reaction. They want that negative reaction because it gives them something they can chase and go after. You need to document, and if I forgot to mention it, document everything that's going on. Record it, write it down, and share. Now, don't go alone if you can help it. You need the support and you need other witnesses available. It's a whole lot harder to stop a community than it is one person. Don't get baited into arguments. That's a fantastic tactic that everyone likes to use. Get you mad, get you riled up, and as soon as you're into an argument and as soon as you start fighting, then they can come after you. Don't assume officials know the laws better than you do. You'll be surprised how little of the laws a lot of officials know, even those in uniform. And don't forget to follow up. And when you walk away, you want to find out what happened. Where did it go? And is there more action you can take? Now, here's something crucial. Your rights often have deadlines. You want to challenge a decision? There's probably a deadline. You want to file a public records request? You need to know the deadline. If you want to appeal something, again, there's probably a deadline. You need to know the dates. Now, let me talk about some apps that you should have on your phone. From the ACLU, there's ACLU Mobile Justice for recording and documenting encounters with officials. You need to use a VPN of some sort, ExpressVPN, NordVPN, whatever. That protects your data and protects your connection and makes it really hard for people to figure out what's going on and what you're communicating with. Signal works well for secure communications. And you need a good scanner app because, again, documentation is everything. Now, here's something really important. Knowing your rights isn't about looking for fights. It's about being prepared. It's like carrying an umbrella. You hope you won't need it, but when it rains, you're ready. Now, a pro tip, keep the number of a civil rights attorney handy. Not because you're planning to sue anybody, but because sometimes just saying, I'm calling my lawyer, can wave a magic wand and make a huge difference. Now, your homework for tomorrow is simple, but super important. Practice recording in public. Go to a public park, record for 1 minute. And if anyone asks what you're doing, just practice saying calmly, I'm exercising my First Amendment rights to record in public. That's it. And here's today's thought to ponder. Rights are like muscles. They get stronger when you exercise them, but they can weaken if nobody uses them. Ask yourself, when was the last time you actually exercised your rights? Now, until tomorrow, this is your favorite uncle reminding you that knowing your rights isn't about protecting just yourself, it's about protecting everyone's freedom. Love you all.